I do not like this fight. Like, I don't like it. Okay, so for example, right? You have, in the month of May, Canelo taking on Dimitri Bivol on pay-per-view, the Zone pay-per-view, May the 7th. On May the 28th, Tank Davis is supposed to be fighting WBA interim champion Rolly Romero, 14-0 with 12 KOs. Listen, both of these dudes, very charismatic dudes, but in no way, shape, or form is Rolly Romero supposed to be on fucking pay-per-view. Like, what is going on these days? They're abusing the platform. This is a fight that a fighter like Tank Davis, coming off a pay-per-view performance, is supposed to be fighting on regular Showtime. Rolly Romero, as you know, he had some issues that, from my understanding, have been resolved. Last fight against Anthony Yigit. Can you dig it, Yigit? Avery Sparrow, Jackson Marinez, where a lot of people thought that he lost that fight, right? And now for $74.99 on Showtime pay-per-view, they're expecting people to buy this shit and wonder why people are streaming these fights to smithereens. I like Tank Davis, but you can clearly tell that he's frustrated, especially if you've been following him on Twitter. He's been voicing his displeasure with Mayweather Promotions, and basically he posted something. Let me see if it's still up. This is what he posted about the ticket sales, and it does make sense. He's posted that there's supposed to be a press conference this Thursday coming up, April the 7th. And then tickets are supposed to also go on sale as well. But he has a right to be upset, because, he posted, they put my tickets on sale 1 month before the fight like I'm fucking Michael Jackson or something. Meaning that, he's aware in this economy, especially in New York, people are struggling. So you got to get these tickets out there quick so people can start planning on what they're going to do. You see what I'm saying? Word on the curb is that he wants out. And when you see that we get Devin Haney versus George Kambosos a week later, June the 5th on ESPN here in the States, over in Australia, it's going to be on main event pay-per-view for Undisputed. And you look how Devin Haney left Matchroom to go over the Top Rank for what is rumored to be a 3-fight deal. And you have Tank being kept in-house by Mayweather Promotions, and Mayweather Promotions saying that they're keeping him in-house. Now, me personally, I do like the aspect of that when Tank Davis, I'm going to say when, he's supposed to beat Rolly Romero, that they're going to hopefully try to put together a Ryan Garcia fight. But why should I believe that when Golden Boy would want the Zone involved? Look what happened with Charlo versus Munguia. If you don't know, Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia, it seems as though the fight was going to take place. But then Golden Boy and the Zone, when it parts in it, and it makes no sense for a fight of that magnitude, meaning it's not a big enough fight for it to be a dual broadcast, So looking at the rankings here, the 135-pound division, my rankings are updated monthly in accordance to the sanctioning bodies, WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO. Tank Davis is in a tough spot. And it happens. Some promoters can't do anything for you. In the case of Tank Davis, that in-house shit has got to stop. It's pissing people off. So who does he fight? Let's just look at it, right? Now, he competes between 130, 135, 140. But 135 seems to be his division, where he's supposed to be. He fought Mario Barrios at 140, but he had some issues. But he did stop Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is now at 147. He fought Keith Thurman. Looking at the 135-pound division, after Rolly Romero, who's he going to fight? Sabril Matias. These are PBC fighters, or fighters who have fought on the PBC platform, if they're going to keep him in-house. Michelle Rivera. Those fights don't move the needle. Word on the curb is that Tank Davis versus Isaac Cruz flopped. And I would believe that Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero was going to flop too. This one is going to flop. Fans are openly revolting and saying yo, we're going to stream this shit. I'm not paying for that. I'm going to pay for it because I got to cover the fight. But I understand if I wasn't a boxing fan, if I wasn't in boxing media, I probably wouldn't be paying for these fucking fights. Because these fights don't do nothing for you. Ryan Garcia, okay, that does something for me. I would like to see that. But Ryan Garcia's star is not as big as people think it is. He's got Instagram followers, but on Twitter, he ain't shit. And that demographic of followers that Ryan Garcia has, they know how to stream and get these fights for free. They're sharing the stream. So those Instagram followers don't really translate to viewership that can be tracked outside of being pirated. They don't translate to pay-per-view buys. I don't see it. Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, I know they'll try to build it up. On pay-per-view, Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, how much does that do? 350,000 pay-per-view buys, maybe 400,000 or so. I don't think it cracks 500,000. It might, but I don't think so. May the 28th, 2022, in the Barclays Center. Tickets are going to be on sale this week. I'm guessing after the press conference or the day before the press conference. Tank Davis is going to be taking on Rolly Romero. So far, we don't see anything on the undercard as far as box rec is concerned. From a scale of 1 to 10, be honest. How do you rate this fight? I'm going to give it a 6. I want to give it I'm giving this a 5. And anything that's a 5 out of 10, that's not a pay-per-view fight. And Tank Davis is aware. He knows he don't even want to fight Rolly. Let me see if I can find this tweet he put up. He don't even want to fight Rolly. He posted something along the lines that he's fighting Rolly because they're making him fight Rolly because his contract is up. So from my understanding, that, and promoters use this. I'm not saying this is true. But if you win a fight, then a certain fight and make a certain purse or whatever, your contract gets renewed automatically, something like that. But it's hard to not say that in this case, just like Terrence Crawford, Top Rank or Matchroom couldn't do nothing for him. Yes, Tank Davis, they can say, oh, he's making money. He's going to be the next pay-per-view star. Nobody's buying these shits no more. Adrian Broner spilled the beans. And how long can they keep pacifying him with this? Like, oh, he's a pay-per-view star. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit no more. And I like Tank Davis. But when you look at how Devin, Haney, and Kambosos just got made, like, what? And because Tank Davis is on the side of the street and Kambosos is a DeBella guy, DeBella and PBC been having some issues, it doesn't even make any sense no more. And it's a shame because I'm a hardcore boxing guy. I try to find the good in all fights. Yeah, Rolly Romero can build up a fight, talk shit. Okay, cool. But this is a fight where it's like, yo, it's a grudge match. So Tank can beat up Rolly. Tank Davis' last fights, 26-0, 24 KOs, 27 years old now, by the way. He's, Rolly Romero, Isaac Cruz, that was supposed to be Rolly. Mario Barrios, they was like, okay, he's going after, another division, 130, 135, 140 pound champion. But Mario Barrios had a B-level secondary title. Right now, him and Rolly, they're fighting for a B-level secondary title. George Kambosos, and that's the thing. They're going to build this up like it's a championship event. I'm tired of all the smoke and mirrors, bro. And the special effects, like, nah. Leo Santa Cruz, okay, that had some buzz. Cool. I really enjoyed that. That was like, that's, even though Leo was moving up and Tank was, basically going back down to 130, a lot of people was wondering how he was going to do that. But still, that fight had value. But Mario Barrios, that was only match him up against a in-house guy, but this in-house guy is at 140. Tank can beat him, put him against him. Mario Barrios had his jaw broken about 2 fights before in a fight I felt, and many felt he should have lost. He got a gift against Bakhtir Akhmadov, I forgot his name. Yuriorkis Gamboa. It's like, bro, Ricardo Nunez. And they're telling us now that Mario Barrios, Isaac Cruz, and Rolly Romero are pay-per-view worthy fights. Fuck out of here. You know what they're doing? That's because they make these fights and guarantee these fighters a certain amount of money and be like, listen, you your own man. Go out there and sell this fight. The shit ain't working no more. Motherfucker fans done figured it out. But nonetheless, I'm going to cover the fight. I like Rolly Romero. I'm waiting. We're supposed to be doing a video, me and Big J, on Haney Kambosos. I like Rolly Romero, for his antics. I don't consider him to be a good boxer. I consider him to be a C-level fighter. You know, but he only got himself in this situation because he's a Mayweather Promotions fighter and he got a mouthpiece on him. It's like now they're scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to get to, and you put it on pay-per-view. Let me stop ranting. Thanks for watching. Take your time out. Like the video, subscribe. We will be here streaming the press conference. I'm going to go from there.